Good afternoon, boys and girls. Delighted to see everyone at assembly this week. Just to say I was so pleased to see so many rainbows in the windows as I went round cramming. Next week we've got another challenge for you. We'd really like to see so many bears in your windows waving hello as you go on your bear hunt when you're having your walk each day round cram. Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today I want to talk to you at assembly about how we can find things we're interested in and how do we research it. And then how do we share our project and our learning with other people? So this week I thought I'd follow the theme the staff are looking at about toilet rolls. They might be interested in how you use it in different sports. I'm much more interested in the questions around toilet rolls. I hope you're as interested as I am.
Of toilet paper. It's hard to imagine a world without toilet paper, but for thousands of years, humanity has relied on several different methods to clean the behind. Before the time of modern toilet paper, ancient Greeks were documented as using clay or stone, while the more advanced Romans attached a sponge to a stick. Of course, there was always the old left hand in a bucket of water routine. In fact, Henry VIII even had his very own groom of the stool, who provided a hands-on cleaning. Even though that seems demeaning and gross, groom of the stool was actually a very highly respected position in the king's court. While the exact date of the invention of modern toilet paper can't really be pinpointed, the first recorded use of it being marketed to the public can be dated back to 1857 in New York City. Joseph C. Guyette sold an aloe-lubricated paper advertised as an anti-hemorrhoidal medical product. Before this, Americans were accustomed to using pages from the robust Sears catalog. Guyette marketed his product as the greatest necessity of the age. This led to a lawsuit war in 1891 over the patent and wholesale rights to the invention of toilet paper between Guyette and B.T. Hooglands, who claimed that they were entitled to the use of Guyette's name due to an unpaid debt of $25. Through several years of lawsuits, countersuits, appeals, and the New York Supreme Court involvement, Guyette's name would remain as credited with the invention of toilet paper, and his name would be advertised alongside sales of the product until 1920. Today, toilet paper production has become a multi-billion-dollar industry in the United States. It's estimated that 7 billion sheets of toilet paper are utilized each year in the US alone. However, with modern bathroom tech advancements like the paperless toilet, the use of toilet paper may be completely eliminated at some point in our near future. Still, let's not forget the man who helped keep our behinds comfortable. So the next time you reach for that extra soft square of hygiene paper, give thanks to Guyette and his tireless pursuit to give the paper to the people. Pizza is undoubtedly
general knowledge. To be sure, taking care of business in microgravity is no easy task. In fact, it sucks. You know this sound? Yeah, there's none of that in space. Instead, what you will hear is this. In many ways, though, the idea is the same. In modern plumbing, water is simply the vehicle that carries our waste away down pipes to be treated. In space, that function is served by air. A vacuum is what carries the waste away. This is what the ISS toilet looks like. We're going to start by talking about the helpfully yellow-colored tube that's hanging on the right. You guessed it, it's for going pee. The tube has a simple on-off knob near the yellow funnel that controls the vacuum. Astronauts simply remove the cap, turn on the vacuum, and place the funnel where it's needed. The vacuum sucks the pee away in a flash. Amazingly, the urine is then processed and recycled within the space station until 8 days later it becomes drinking water. That device that you see in the center of the photo, it may look like a toilet that you recognize, but it's quite different in practice. Yes, it has a lid, and lift that lid up, you'll find a hole for, But this toilet doesn't need a wide seat. In microgravity, you're not actually sitting upon it, just hovering over it. The silver drum that you see underneath the toilet is the solid waste container. Before going, a special plastic bag is placed inside the opening. Then a vacuum is turned on to help draw your waste in through the opening and into the bag. All done, the bag is sealed and pushed down into the container. And because astronauts are a courteous lot, a new bag is placed into the container before you leave. And what if a rogue piece of refuse happens to escape the vacuum? Well, it happens to be the astronaut's job to chase that thing down and put it in its proper place. Of course, we wouldn't dream of making you do such.
Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill? How did you get a tissue to dance? Put a little boogie in it. Why was Tigger in the bathroom? He was looking for poo. 2 reasons you shouldn't drink from the toilet, number 1 and number 2. Doctor, doctor, think of a bladder infection. You're in trouble. It was not until 1935 you could guarantee splinter-free loo roll. Please do your bit to keep our beaches and oceans clean. Don't flush things down the toilet. Here's Cram and staff, they've got things to do with toilet roll.